Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and welcome to February. The magical world of Pisces takes over this month. It's a month for dreaming our wildest dreams, thinking, creating, collaborating, and communicating, as we have most of our planets in Pisces and Aquarius. It's a time for fantasy, magic, receiving messages from our ancestors, downloads from our dream world through music, having otherworldly experiences and divine inspiration. Past life love could come back into your life, and it can happen in a really odd or Neptunian type of way. We can have deep compassion and empathy for others with a desire to take action in changing where we see injustice around us. But we must watch for overindulgence because of so much of this Neptunian influence. If something comes to you regarding art, creativity, music, film, writing, etc., ways to help people suffering in the world, oceans, the environment, jot them down, as this is no ordinary month, as the veils are thinning between the worlds and we are getting ready for that next round of eclipse portal activity, which can be felt weeks in advance, with the lunar eclipse that will kick off in Virgo on March 13th, and then the solar eclipse will open up on March 29th in Aries, which can already start to be felt now. The energy for eclipses starts to happen several weeks before the actual eclipse date, and this will be happening in the Virgo, Pisces, Aries, Libra part of your sky. On January 29th, we just had a lovely new moon in Aquarius that can still be felt in the beginning of February at 9 degrees, showing new beginnings unfolding now until August 9th at the Aquarius full moon. And this moon was beautifully aspected with a tight trine from Jupiter and Gemini. And also Mercury and Pluto were in a conjunction with this new moon. Pluto in a wide conjunction, but it can be felt again first few days of February. This happened in your 10th house of career, reputation, fame, father figures. It's your title like Mr. or Mrs., how you are known. Marriage titles fall here, your legacy. Sorry, Taurus, I had to pause. My son was coming, to bother me opening up the door. Anyway, okay, where did I leave off? Yes, 10th house, your legacy, government positions, political positions, just to name a few. Jupiter's in Gemini in your second Gemini house of banking, money that you bring in from your own efforts, not someone else's. It's where we find our self-esteem from self-initiation and accomplishment. It's a house where we develop independence from sharing resources with another, because at the opposite end of the second house axis is the 8th house, where we are dealing with investment, shared resources, intimacy, etc. So the second house, it's a house where we develop independence from sharing resources with another if we've been too dependent on a partner. It's also land and property investments and immediate family. It's also your mouth, throat, what you eat, your diet, things that you value, luxury goods, and there's so much more. You could have a new beginning in both of these houses, the 2nd and the 10th. A new transformative career could be developing now and will unfold over the next 6 months around how you are seen. You could become more authentic in how you present yourself, especially with Pluto in the 10th house. You could be presenting yourself to the world more powerfully and caring less what people think in the house of Aquarius. I don't know how much Aquarius thinks about, cares about what other people think. I mean, we do, but anyway, a little bit more independent there. Your income and esteem could rise due to these changes. You could be purchasing land or property over the next several months, especially since Jupiter in Gemini is a dual sign. Maybe you will buy more than one property to generate income, like a vacation home you can keep within your family, but also Airbnb it when you're not there, for example. You could start or become the CEO of a foundation that helps provide resources for children or help children's education efforts, but it would be for children who may have a lack of resources, as Jupiter and Gemini can represent children in education. The 10th Aquarius house represents underserved or underprivileged groups. These changes can be much different from work that you previously did. With Pluto, who rules your 7th house of committed love and partnerships, going into the 10th, if you don't have a serious partner in business or love, you can meet them through Aquarius means somehow, and meet them quite unexpectedly, as the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, and Uranus is in your 1st house. So they may come to you somehow, like show up suddenly in your life or through humanitarian groups. astrology, social movements, government offices, politics, or political groups. They could show up through a friend, through friendship networks, or some kind of public venue. They can be somebody respected in the public eye or in their community. They may be a bit older than you or hold a government position. Your partner could have a transformative effect on your career, or they could work with you to create a nonprofit to help others. If you're already partnered, the same applies, such that you can begin a project together, work together, etc. An aspect that won't occur all year, or maybe even in our lifetime possibly, will be the Venus-Neptune North Node conjunction in Pisces, and it will sextile Pluto. Uranus will also make a sextile to the conjunction, and then Mars in Cancer is in wide aspect, but it will also be making a trine. And this happens on February 1st through the 9th. It can be felt throughout those range of dates, but it will be exact, I believe, February 1st and the 2nd, and this is happening at the 27th, 28th degree of Pisces. We'll get 2 hits of this conjunction because Venus will retrograde in Aries starting March 2nd, and then we'll go back down to Pisces. And so we'll have this conjunction happening again on March 28th, again at this anaretic degree. There are no hard outer planet aspects. Saturn is in a wide 10-degree conjunction, so not really giving any problems at this time. And also Saturn is being positively aspected by trining Mars and Cancer at the same time, kind of lending like power, drive, authority, stamina to accomplish this 11th house dream where this conjunction is happening. This is dreaming big and following the siren call of the North Node in Pisces in your 11th. It could be finding a lost love or soulmate from a past life, and they can appear in a fantastic or unbelievable way, maybe through a Neptune venue, like going to the movies, being at a film premiere, a play, traveling overseas on a cruise ship, being at a film release party. There's actually like this really cool winery in a city near me that hosts like monthly vintage movies in their winery. Just throwing out some ideas and examples. Could also happen through fantasy somehow, like a fantasy book club or being near water or near places rich in folklore or mythology, cruises, islands, waterfalls, spiritual retreats, ancient ruins. Like, I don't know, an example that came to mind because it's like on my wish list of places I want to go. It's the Batu Caves in Malaysia. Look it up. It's really beautiful. It's a cave system that contains hidden Hindu temples inside. Kind of reminds me of like Indiana Jones or like seeing the bioluminescent pools in Puerto Rico. In nature, I feel we find God and very likely a past life love. You can meet through yoga studios, spiritual groups, let's see what else, internet groups, philanthropic groups and organizations, through a friend, through a network. If you're not looking for love, you can reinvigorate a current partnership through those above means, by travel, by joining a spiritual group together. Last but not least, with that Mars-Saturn trine, this is an aspect of longevity, emotional fulfillment, and stability here. With the 3rd, 10th, and 11th houses all lit up at this time, some other topics of wish or dream fulfillment can come through travel, foreign land travel, retreats, rest ashrams, past life regression, spirituality. There could be a focus around humanitarian groups. I think I already mentioned that. Tech, future forward tech, new communities, innovative solutions involving communication and community education, how to improve or help humanity, AI, astrology, or developing new art forms. You could be tapping into your intuition and the beauty around you, your wildest dreams without restrictions. Remember I talked about Saturn conjuncting the nodes in Neptune in last month's forecast? You can go back and listen to the January forecast about the conjunction in my video section. I'll also probably just link it at the end of this video. But this is the prelude to let that dream kind of flow to you and then beginning to put form and structure to this dream near the conjunction in March and April to be able to see the dream made manifest, because we have this rare magical alignment in the cosmos to bring whatever that dream is for you out from the ethers and into form. On February 4th, Jupiter in Gemini goes direct, where you can start to see progress over the next several months around your second house areas, like banking, money, self-esteem, improvements within immediate family, land, property, your face, voice, etc. On February 5th, Venus enters Aries, your 12th house of rest, seclusion, faraway lands. But it's also a house where there can be hidden romance and pet pleasures. So take what you will from that, since Venus will bounce between this house and your 11th over the next several months. Venus rules you and Libra, which is your 6th house of work. So you could be working on something behind the scenes if this isn't related to love, and may bring it out to the public once Venus is direct and out of shadow by mid-May. There's always more weight and importance for you when Venus shifts your house, as she is your first house ruler. On February 12th, the full moon in Leo at 24 degrees is a bit crunchy. It will happen in your 4th house of home and family, but will oppose the sun in Aquarius and be squared by Uranus in your 1st house. Okay, this is a tough full moon, but it's mostly affecting sun, moon, rising Taurus from 20 degrees and up. At the same time, Venus, and this is the way through, Venus in your 12th house will sextile Pluto over in the 10th. So this is where I would focus if you have any issues that are reaching culmination or areas of difficulty that are revealed at this time around you, your physical body, your identity with Uranus here, and home, family, career. They're all connected at this moon and in a difficult or turbulent way. Just to give an example, maybe like a partner or family member does not like the career changes that you're trying to make, and this also affects your identity. Maybe you're trying to make a sudden job opportunity, changes to your identity that you're trying to make, or a sudden job opportunity comes up, but it could separate you from your family or your serious partner for a little bit, and therein lies the problem. Just an example. The Pluto in the 10th sextiling over to Venus and Aries in the 12th could mean that you could make lucrative money from foreign shores with this career move. You could also be gaining popularity with foreign public or women. Maybe you make or sell products geared towards women and an opportunity comes up with someone from the 10th house, like you land a well-known or prestigious client. If you're not partnered, there could be a powerful or intense romance that begins but is hidden somehow or starts off in privacy, or even while traveling long distance or to another country. It can happen through a creative project or a book launch where there's a large group of people, through a community project or social media app. I say this because Mars is in Cancer in your 3rd house of communication, writing, local community, social media, and is trining Saturn in the 11th house of larger social networks and the internet. You could truly find love in like a very sudden or surprising or unique Uranian way, as Uranus rules Aquarius, the sign Pluto's in, and they could be older than you because Saturn is involved, and it is the original ruler of the 10th house. It can happen through the internet. I think I mentioned that, friend groups, participating in social outings. Again, there could be like a hidden element, destined romance, as we do have that fated anaretic Venus North Node Neptune conjunction in that 11th house of our hopes and wishes and dreams come true. And then we have Venus and Aries in the 12th house, and the 12th is a house of like hidden past lives, bed pleasures as well, or there could be a taboo reason for needing to keep this away from public consumption. It could be a person that will transform your life with Pluto being here in the 10th. You can meet in some kind of like secretive way, private messaging via like the internet somehow, or direct message or Facebook, or find out that this person has been watching you from afar. They could be someone well known or with a lot of power, which may be the reason why they can't reach out directly or make it very public. Since Pluto rules Scorpio in your 7th house of partners as well, they could also have Scorpio placements. You can meet via like astrology groups or some social movement, for example. If you're not looking for love, it could just be you looking more sexy and more magnetic to the public. These are 2 money planets as well, Venus and Pluto. So maybe you're earning money from like a spiritual business or have more income coming in from foreign clients. It can also be a project that you've been working on in private and will be brought out to the public and can bring big gain when Venus goes back into Pisces, her exaltation, in your 11th house of big gains, visibility, and popularity. And it can be a huge success with this marker of Pluto sextiling Venus. Again, I really do see a strong love potential in the cards, Taurus, because Pluto rules your 7th house, is being touched by Venus in your hidden Aries 12th, and Venus, rules you. It could be a workplace romance, and that might be why it's taboo, because Venus also rules your 6th house. All right. Well, anyway, last but not least, it could be you and a current partner are working on a project together that you haven't revealed yet, or you and a partner spending time alone in seclusion, reinvigorating your romantic life. Keep me posted, Taurus. This month is one for the books and with the elements of fate involved. On the 23rd, Mars goes direct, but not out of shadow until spring. So you could slowly but surely start to feel momentum again in your 7th house of serious partnerships and business and love, and also your 12th house of spirituality, rest, seclusion, creative projects, foreign shores, and so you could be feeling a little bit more momentum, and by mid-April, you should be full steam ahead in those areas. Your 2nd and 4th house will also get some relief as well, as Mars has been transiting those houses. Maybe expenses for home and family will start to let up, and you won't be burning through so much cash, as an example. On February 27th, the new moon in Pisces is at 9 degrees. Sorry about that, Taurus. I have to keep pausing. I keep getting interrupted. On the 27th, the new moon in Pisces at 9 degrees, and that 11th house again highlights the earlier conjunction I was talking about. On March 1st through April 12th, Venus retrogrades in Aries and Pisces, not out of shadow until the middle of May. Venus, your ruler, is in shadow all month in your 12th house, going retrograde on March 1st, so no beauty procedures that are drastic like cosmetic surgery, especially traveling to foreign lands for surgery. Stay away from lasers, too, as Mars is going direct but won't be out of shadow until April. No anything to do with cutting or no facelifts or anything like that. Venus won't be direct and out of shadow. I just mentioned that. Sorry, May 16th. Do the research now. Find the right people at the doctors. Do your consultations or things you want to change. But don't make serious changes that can't be reversed until May. Just do easy things like makeup, skincare, paint a room, change your curtains. No major renovations. No going under the knife. Hair trims are okay. Get a facial. Instead, just focus and use this time on rest, self-care, getting your body to a healthy place if it isn't already. Then do the procedures if you still want to when everything is direct, as retrograde planets can have you rethinking these things and often involve regret if you do them while their influence is weak. You can make those plans for the beautification and then, again, wait till May. Venus only retrogrades every 18 months or so, so it's quite a significant time, and even more so as she's spending a very long time in Aries, your 12th house, and Pisces with the North Node, Saturn, and Neptune here, which is quite extraordinary. You may rethink a relationship if problems surface now and they can be healed or let go over this long transit. Again, it would hold off on any serious decisions or actions other than therapy. Therapy would be a good way to use this energy. Let's see, what else? Someone can also come back from the past, an old love, and if it feels right, you can rekindle the romance, or a new love from a past life can appear. I wouldn't schedule the wedding unless you have the signature in your chart, Venus retrograde that is, and then it might actually work for you. Whether you're with someone or not, therapy is always a great thing to do when we have, Venus going through that 12th house. We can release a lot of, past life karma and subconscious patterning and whatnot. If you're not partnered, you can just be enjoying this time more in seclusion, beautifying your home, working on creative projects, or just getting more rest in general. Take care, Taurus, and we'll see you in March.